It's Friday. You know what that means. We have new content, MLB The Show. And I got to say, I am very happy with this content update. I think they crushed it. Obviously, there are a couple things that are a little iffy, but regardless, I think overall today's content drop and the content this whole week has been great, which I'm going to go over too, the stuff from Tuesday and Thursday. But overall, the main focus of the video is going to be the new Moonshot content. So let's get into it. As we always do, let's look at the calendar really quickly. So today we got a whole bunch of Moonshot crap. We got a new spotlight program with Jason Dominguez. On Tuesday, we got the new multiplayer program with new World Series rewards. Yesterday, we got new BR rewards and a specific program, which I'll go over very quickly. And then today, we got a bunch of Moonshot players. There's so many of them, and there's a lot of stuff to go over. Next Friday, we're getting the second Team Affinity update, so we're getting 30 new Team Affinity players. We're getting an update to the My Journey Team Affinity, and we're getting the second roster update, as well as a refresh in the multiplayer program on Tuesday. Kind of just realized that there's so many Moonshot cards to go over that I'm probably just going to skip the new content from Tuesday and Wednesday. If you didn't see it, there were 2 cards in this program. There were new BR cards, new multiplayer cards. They were all pretty cool. If you want to see them, just go in the game or watch someone else's video. I don't really have enough time. But today, the main focus of content is Moonshot. We have a new content drop where they add like the new card series in the collection, and there's a program and all this stuff, right? So if we go to the program has 100 points. So there's a Brian Roberts, which is the final reward. This card is pretty good. You know, it's a little underwhelming compared to the other 91s in the Moonshot, but this is definitely a good reward. You know, it doesn't have one thing lacking on offense. There's going to be a common theme too with the Moonshot cards. They're not going to have good defense. So I'm just going to say that right now. I'm going to completely ignore defense the rest of this video for these cards because they're all going to have bad defense. He has pretty solid speed as well, switch hitting second baseman. 2 packs here. There's a 90 Roberto Clemente, good against lefties, okay against righties, good contact. We have a Luis Ariz, who we thought was going to have high power, but actually didn't. But overall, you know, not a bad card, good contact and good defensive flexibility. Josh H. Smith, reverse split, so he hits lefties better than righties. He can play third, first, short, and left with good clutch as well. We have an 87 Jose Siri, high power, high clutch, no contact vision or discipline. And then we have common pitchers, and these are probably designed just for the event. So we have Yohan Duran, who, you know, he has the velocity. He does have double outlier as a common, but everything else is pretty bad. Cliff Lee, he has a pretty sick pitch mix, but that's about it. These are literally just cards to use for the event and just throwaway cards. 5 walks per 9 on Jose Alvarado. 5. That is genuinely hilarious. We have Corey Kluber, you know, good pitch mix, that's about it. And then we have Josh Hader, who has good velocity, and that's about it. But you're going to want to do this program because you're going to get, including these 2 packs, which we'll go over later, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Moonshot cards. And you're going to need a lot for the Moonshot collection, 41. Yeah. Yeah, and that's not even counting the Diamond Quest. There's Liftoff, Tally 1 home run. All right, so you need to hit 1 home run and you get all the common cards. You can get PXP, so it's PXP with the common pitchers and then homers with the program guys. Homers with whatever event missions. You can do this in the event too, which is very helpful because events have been kind of pointless without their own rewards. So having specific missions there is nice. I want to show you guys real quick. There's also a new Diamond Quest, which has 2 more commons and 2 91s. This is an important thing. The 91s, the 91 overalls are the highest overalls in the pack. That being in line with the Diamond Quest is a huge win, in my opinion. Obviously, 2 commons there or whatever. But let's pause for a minute and let's go to the collection, and I'll show you guys these Diamond Quest rewards. So the Moonshot collection is going to be 41 cards. It's a lot. It really is a lot. But you do get 2 packs. There are 2 separate packs in the store and in the program. There's a Byron Buxton, which is the final one. 92 101 contact, 102 90 power with 100 clutch. Defense, all right, I'm not going to talk about defense because they're all going to have bad defense. Yasmani Grandal, I'm going to be honest. Besides Carlos Santana, I would still probably take Santana over Grandal, but I think Grandal is the second best catcher in the game. I think he's better than Napoli. I think he's better than Tad Simmons. This is one of the best catchers in the game. He'll definitely be my backup catcher, and if I keep sucking with Santana online, I'll probably make him my starter. Also love his swing too, switch hitter as well. Carlos Delgado is the reward for 16 cards. This card is very obtainable to get today. Like I said, you get 12 cards in the program. You get 4 cards in the Diamond Quest, assuming you get all of them. And there's your 16 for Carlos Delgado. And this is a great card too. So this is a really nice budget first base option. But yeah, there are a lot of pack cards. I'm going to show you guys the Diamond Quest cards, and then I'll go into the pack cards later. But I want to go over these last 2 commons. Darren O'Day, you know, a nice little common submariner, and then Nolan Ryan is kind of just like whatever. Yeah, he is outlier. But the diamonds in the Diamond Quest, like I said, they're at the top of the collection, which I think is a huge win. Looking at this Harrison Bader card, you know, 81-84 is a little, but everything else is pretty good. You know, good contact right, power left, good clutch. And he actually has good defense for a Moonshot card. And then this Prince Fielder, this card is great. 92-115 power, 81-85 versus lefties, 85 clutch. These 2 cards being in the Diamond Quest is just so awesome to see. The Diamond Quest cards for the 5th time being at the top of the overalls, minus this one Cedric Mullins, which we'll get into. I think that's a huge win. Makes me happy to see. I also want to go over the May Spotlight that came out today. Before I go over this Jason Dominguez, I want to say one thing. If you look at the PXP for home runs, they gave a 5x multiplier for PXP for home runs for the next 9 days just to celebrate the whole Moonshot content. They want you to be hitting homers and being rewarded for it. It's just pretty cool. So if you hit a home run offline, you get 100 PXP online, 150 PXP, assuming you're on All-Star. Just something I wanted to add. But looking at the Spotlight program, we got a Jason Dominguez, great against righties, good enough against lefties, especially with the contact, a good clutch, good enough defense, and a switch hitter. This is a pretty nice card, I'm not going to lie. I'll go over the pack later in the store. The Tops Now cards in the program, Stephen Kolek, 4-seam, sinker, circle change cutter, slider, so pretty good pitch mix, 90 hits per 9, 92 clutch. You know, not bad. I mean, no one's really going to be using these cards in ranked. And then a Matthew Lugo can play a bunch of different positions at silver defense. Overall, pretty solid hitter. You know, nothing amazing, but nothing horrible. Now we're moving to the store. There are a lot of cards to go over. There are 2 packs for the Moonshot pack. Each of them have how many cards? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 10. So there's 10 cards in each pack. They each have like a special insert player, which was the term they used for the Jorge Polanco. Let me go over the May Spotlight pack first. We have Wilson Contreras, first base primary because he's playing first base now. Overall, good hitter. You know, in the 90s across the board, good clutch, can also play catcher. That's a pretty good catching option, I'm not gonna lie. But this Danny Colombe, this is an amazing card. His live series card is pretty glitchy, and giving him a 91 is amazing with 114 hits per 9 and 125 pitch and clutch. Obviously does not have the velocity, but he has the control, has the break, and he has a great pitch mix. The Tops Now cards, we have a Cade Horton, really good hits per 9 and pitching clutch. That helps this card, but not the best pitch mix. We have a Drake Baldwin catcher with high contact and clutch, okay power. And then we have an Eric Feedy who has a pretty solid pitch mix, could use a 5th pitch though. We also have a new chase card, which is Moonshot Cedric Mullins, and this card is pretty good. 100-102 versus righties, 86-90 versus lefties, 101 clutch. You know, this is a pretty cool Moonshot card. It's a good card. It's not as good as the Willie Castro, but it aligns more. It aligns more with the other content today, which is a good thing. Like if you compare this card to the Prince Fielder, he's definitely better than Prince Fielder, which he should be because he's a chase card. But you can compare him to a guy like Prince Fielder, who's in the Diamond Quest. So that's a much needed improvement over the last content update. But we have 3 new packs for the Moonshot cards. We have a Crescent Moon pack, which is 10K stubs. Your odds are 1-1 of the low tier, 1-5 of the mid tier, and 1-20 of Heimer Candelario or Bo Bichette. These cards have to be cheap. Yeah, all right. The 87s are cheap. How much are the 89s going for? 89s are going for, okay. This honestly might be a solid gamble, because you have 1 to 5 of making, but you only make like 7k. It's not really worth it. But we have 2 packs. We have the full moon and the eclipse pack. Each of them have 10 cards. Let's go over the cards. There's 1 special insert player in each of them, just like the last one. But we have 2 packs this time. So let's start with the full moon. So we have Bo Bichette. Oh my goodness. Wow, this is good. 125, 100 versus lefties, 101, 88 versus righties, 120 clutch. I was not expecting this card to be that good. We have a Jock Peterson. This card is great. 110, 118 versus right, 89, 95 versus left, 116 clutch. This card is a beast. Throw him at DH. We have Dalton Varsho. You know, not as good, especially on offense, but he has solid defense, and he doesn't have the catcher secondary anymore. Bryce Terang, overall, not as good. You know, high contact right, clutch, good, decent speed. We have Kerry Carpenter, destroys righties, good clutch. Not the best against lefties. Defense is not good as well, even though they're all moonshot cards. Zach Neto, the opposite, really good against lefties. He's better against righties, though, than Carpenter is against lefties with good clutch. We have Harmon Killebrew, big double barrel, hundreds in the power, 105, 112, with, you know, not the best contact, but the clutch helps him. We have Alan Trammell, 92, 105 contact. The power is okay, you know, the clutch hurts him. These are 87s, though, of course. Colt Keith, this is a pretty solid card. Good contact, good clutch, good enough power for an 87, can play 3 spots. Joseph Ortiz, kind of looks like Dalton Varsho, but a little worse, but better defense. That's it for the full moon pack. Now let's go to the eclipse pack. So the special insert player is Heimer Candelario, who is not as good as Bo Bichette, but still a very good card. 97, 94 contact, 110, 94 power, switch hitter, 94 clutch. Pretty solid card, can play third and first. Lou Brock, yeah, not the best, 91. I mean, he's pretty solid. Good contact right, good clutch. Jason Giambi, this card is pretty solid. 93, 100 versus right, 88, 81 versus left, 100 clutch. Those hitting stats resemble that Jorge Posada card a lot, but he's not a switch hitter. Sean Murphy, this is a pretty good catching option, I'm not going to lie. He's going to be pretty cheap. 80, 93 contact, 190 power, 102 clutch. We have Mason Wynn. Overall, pretty decent hitter. Doesn't do anything amazing, but isn't awful in anything, really. JJ Bleday, good power versus both sides and good contact right. We have Jesus Sanchez, 107, 93 versus right, 60, 83 versus left. Not the best versus lefties. Clutch will help him versus lefties, but hurts him versus righties. Joey Bart, really good versus lefties. Wow, 120, 115. You could use this guy as a pinch hitter or a backup catcher. Andy Pajes, 125 contact versus left. Everything else is kind of just meh. He has a good arm, though. And then we have an Elliot Ramos who destroys lefties, of course, and is okay against righties. Not awful, though. But this guy's more of a bench bat, in my opinion. So yeah, that's going to be for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure to subscribe on here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.